I'm going to tell you a little bit about Chuck Hardwicke and his Heartline Band. He'll introduce the members to you. He's been coming to the festivals for over 30 years, especially this one. He's got a new CD out called Good Friends and Cracker Tales. And you can get that CD at the FOF place, or you can see him, I suppose, as well. He's from the... Did you? Great. He's from the Palatka area.
Good woman.
And he's a Florida songwriter, been around for a long time. I was told he was inspired by Frank Thomas to get going into this. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this is Chuck Hardwicke and the Heartline Band.
Oh,
Make
yes.
up your mind, Bill.
I'm getting a lesson.
Move your butt,
Lesson
Bill.
in etiquette up here.
You getting enough of this? Because I got it on a level. I can turn it up a little bit if you need me to just holler.
Hey, Dean, he's using the same speakers you got.
No, not exactly. Same brand. Like I said, one thing
sounds all right.
about that last song that they did, that's got, I sparked a huge memory. When my son, he's 25 now, and I got a daughter who's 4 years younger than that, and they wouldn't go to sleep, so I used to sing them these songs before they went to bed, and like when you're desperate when you want like the toddler or something to go to sleep, and so you do anything to get them to fall asleep. And I'm just, you're good,
Oh,
you're in charge.
good.
So anyway, that was, I was just sang that one time, and he just like stopped and sang it. So and I had to sing it for years every night after. And he said he wanted the hammer song. The hammer song. He asked for that song for years.
If I had a hammer, huh? All right. We are the Heartline. This is Karen Newman on the mandolin right here on my right. I'll get this right today. Dean Parrish on the lead guitar. And Bill Snyder down there on the big doghouse bass. And all about the bass, you're right. Some folks go to White Springs Folk Festival up there in May, and in 15 minutes they've written a song about that place. Took me about 25 years to get one, maybe 30 years to get one. So, but anyway, we're going to play it for you today, called White Springs is Calling. Sunrise on the Swanee birds awake to the sound of a guitar on the riverbank where the festival is found. You can hear the music playing, ringing loud and clear, all along the river's edge in the springtime each year. 'Cause there's music in the live oaks and White Springs is calling when the day is new. Yes, there's music in the live oaks and White Springs is calling. White Springs is calling to you. You can smell it in the jasmine, you can feel it in the trees, you can hear that banjo's tune carried by the breeze. To the white sands of Daytona, to the Florida Cracker Trail, to the clear waters of Biscayne Bay, to the Gulf where shrimp boats sail. 'Cause there's music in the live oaks and White Springs is calling. With the sky so blue, yes, there's music in the live oaks and White Springs is calling. White Springs is calling to you. When a turkey flies to roost at the closing of a day, and a fiddle's last few notes begin to fade away. They're carried by the moonlight to the stars above Conkey. White Springs is calling wherever you might be, 'cause there's music in the live oaks, and White Springs is calling when the day is through. Yes, there's music in the live oaks, and White Springs is calling. White Springs is calling to you. Oh, White Springs is calling to you. Yes, White Springs is calling to you. Oh, yeah. Thank you. This next tune we kind of stole from a good friend of mine by the name of Dale Crider. And actually, both of those, that one, White Springs is calling, and Same Gang, both have ended up on a new CD, which hopefully is available at the FOF booth up there, called Good Friends and Cracker Tales. So anyway, we're going to do, if I can figure out what key we're going to do it in,
Kitty cat.
we're going to do a version of Dale Crider's Same Gang, Cedar Key. Same gang of Cedar Key, callous hands for pulling the lead, boating on, making the pull, shucking and cleaning the hall, yeah, shucking and cleaning the hall. Well, fishermen are hard to make, 'cause fishermen are born not made. I dropped out of the 7th grade, Papa put me on the same gang. Papa put me on the same gang. 21, I was started the salt. My fishing days had come to a halt, so I packed my gear and the fish I caught, turned them in and I walked off. Turned them in and I walked off. Well, hikers trade from morning till dusk, or callous feet from trodden the dust. But hike ahoy, I was carefree and gay. Hikers are born, not made, yeah. Hikers are born, not made. Same gang of Cedar Key, I can hear it calling me. But same old ship while sailing, they say, fishermen are born, not made, yeah. Fishermen are born, not made. 20 years from the day I was gone, a little bit tired, so I hiked back home. Sad to see my papa alone. We patched his nets, now we're floating the foam. This fishing work is a life I'll take, 'cause living's hard for the money you make. The same old fish while sailing, they say, fishermen are born, not made, yeah. Fishermen are born, not made. Same gang of Cedar Key, calloused hands from pulling the lead, boating off, making the haul, shucking and cleaning the hall, yeah. Shucking and cleaning the hall. Thank you. Dale heard us do that one time, and he was just grinning from ear to ear. But anyway, this next little tune I wrote is also on the CD. Years ago, a friend of ours had us play a benefit for the Florida Ag Museum. And we were the last As typical of his shows that he sets up, you play about 2 or 3 times during the day, roughly about 3 times. But so we'd play at our morning show, and then again about 1 o'clock. And about 1 o'clock, this fellow brought this elderly lady in and sat her down center front row, center stage, and then he walked off. She sat there through the whole afternoon, and we played the last set of the evening about 5:30. So she sat there for a good 4.5 hours. And of course, everybody, the crew was tired. They wanted to go home, so they started picking up chairs. And they picked up every chair in that hall except for hers. And then they stood around the back, and there she was sitting in that chair. And we played that whole set for her. And I never did forget that. And I wrote a little tune called Cracker Rose. She came from a fading frontier, this lady, this sandhill pioneer, a beautiful wildflower, this charming cracker rose. Now the hall was empty and the chairs were gone. The last set was played to her alone. A silver-haired lady like a queen on a throne, just heard the band and songs. Yeah, she came from a fading frontier, this lady, this sandhill pioneer, like a beautiful wildflower, this charming cracker rose. In the end, she approached the bandstand, smiled and gently took my hand. Said, young man, your songs honor the past. Through them our history will last. We came from a fading frontier, this lady, this sandhill pioneer, like a beautiful wildflower, this charming cracker rose. Well, the first name of Rose was all I'd know. She vanished soon after the show. A prairie flower I had just met, but a memory I can't forget. A beautiful wildflower, this charming cracker rose.
That wasn't really an
This is, we get into the set portion of the program that we like to kind of do sometimes. This one's going to be, it's called Dean's Choice.
He's got it on the list. Oh my God.
Oh, come on, do whatever we were playing then.
No, Karen.
Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart.
You said I deserved everything I got. That's how you feel, honey. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks, yeah, thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I got. You made me cry, and cried a lot. I lost your love, honey. Well, thanks a lot. You wanted a fool, I played the part. All I got is a broken heart. We loved a little and laughed a lot, and now you're gone, honey. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks, yeah, thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. I lost your love, honey, thanks a lot. I lost your love, honey, thanks a lot. Thanks. Oh yeah, that was Dean's choice. Now we got Bill's choice.
Yeah, and it's going back to Chuck, man. We got a song.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me you wanted to hear that dog song.
Swampy Dog, man. I want to get back to
Benny's
the
on board
Okie
for that, I can
Finokia.
tell you right now.
That's right.
You got to get back to the Okie Finokia, man.
Swampy the dog, Skeeter the cat, and me. Living in the swamp, loving every minute, just being free. Okefenokee, Georgia, population 3. Swampy the dog, Skeeter the cat, and me. Well, that's the way it was in that broken down shack I called home. Living off the land, but not exactly living alone. My playful companions were always there to help me along. With a whole lot of caring, a whole lot of sharing, life was like a beautiful song. And we'd sing Swampy the dog, Skeeter the cat, and me. Living in the swamp, loving every minute, just being free. Okefenokee, Georgia, population 3. Swampy the dog, Skeeter the cat, and me. But you know that swamp has a way of changing things. The bull gator meant me no harm, but when he dragged Swampy under, it was like he took my right arm. Now life in the Okefenokee's beautiful, and there's bound to be a few bad times. I'm just glad that we're still around in Swampy. Wherever you are tonight, you're on my mind. Be a long time forgetting the love in those faithful brown eyes. Swampy was my friend, and oh how I cried when he died. But me and little Skeeter were both a little older and wise. No need explaining, no times are changing. We'll keep the old memories alive, and I'll sing Swampy the dog, Skeeter the cat, and me. Living in the swamp, loving every minute, just being free. Okefenokee, Georgia, population 3. Swampy the dog, Skeeter the cat, and me. Okefenokee, Georgia, population 3. Swampy the dog, Skeeter the cat, and me. Oh, thank you. I would be very remiss if I didn't tell you that song was written by a good friend of mine by the name of Okefenokee Joe, a.k.a., well, his real name is Dick Flood, but he played here several years. Hasn't been back in a long time, but yes, he wrote that. The next song on our list, I made a set list today, guys. I cannot believe I did that. But I do want to thank everybody that put this awning up, this pavilion up. Let me tell you something. We played down here with a tent over our head in a hot sun, and it was bad. This is wonderful to see. I want to thank the people at Sertoma for doing this. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you, Jim and Carolyn.
And I would also like to thank the Dunn family for this wonderful sound down here. This is.
Thank you, Duns. Yes.
Huh?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. We're getting down on time, so we got time for maybe 2 more, I think. But this little tune I wrote called The Old Troubadour. It's on that CD, Good Friends and Cracker Tales. So, KFC, guys. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Oh man, I got something. All right, here we go. I'm going to get this right yet.
New song.
Walked into the room, strolled to the stage. The gray in his hair showed years of age. His eyes were bright and his voice strong when he broke into the first of the evening songs. But his ballads have no bounds as he sings of the land, the people, the places, and this Florida sand. The message that comes from this old troubadour: enjoy this resource before it's no more. And he'll share his secrets, tell you his dreams. He's 60 years old and still wearing jeans. Plays an old guitar to the songs he sings. He's 60 years old, still wearing jeans. There's tales of the people that work the land, the struggles of life to survive and stand. The Indians who cared for Mother Earth, knowing the value and its worth. But where it will end, it is so hard to tell. As long as there's a listener, he'll cast his spell. Till that old guitar's quiet and the songs no longer come, then we'll know that troubadour's done. But he'll share his secrets, tell you his dreams. He's 60 years old, still wearing jeans. Plays an old guitar to the songs he sings. He's 60 years old, still wearing jeans. He's 60 years old and still wearing jeans. Oh yeah. Now we're down to Karen's choice. So we got time for this one song. Karen, I wrote this thing and called, I just made up a story about something that I thought would be kind of interesting and called it Moonshine Bill. Karen's called it the Snake Song. So, anyway, here we go. If you look on the CD, it's called Moonshine Bill. All right? Not the snake song.
Affectionately known as the Snakes.
Now, Satan has a way of collecting his due, and certainly this fact has got to be true. Justice in the swamp is either quick or slow, and which way it comes from, you'll never know. I'll tell you the story of Moonshine Bill, who killed the sheriff over liquor still. Shot him one night right between the eyes. Bill will run now till he dies, and he'll be living in the swamp to stay alive, hunting, fishing, always having to hide, forever looking back for the law. The devil will claim you when you fall. So Bill took his gun and he headed west. He knew there'd never be no rest. Went out across the Everglades. He thought the swamp was where he'd be safe, 'cause he'd be living in the swamp to stay alive, hunting, fishing, always having to hide, forever looking back for the law. The devil will claim you when you fall. But the damned old posse wouldn't let him be. They lost him down near Chocolowski. Folks down there didn't seem to care, never asked his business, or did they dare? 'Cause he was living in the swamp to stay alive, hunting, fishing, always having to hide, forever looking back for the law. The devil will claim you when you fall. Now in the big cypress late one day, a rattlesnake struck and sent him on his way. The deadly snake sent him straight to hell. They'll find his body where he fell, 'cause Satan has a way of collecting his due, and certainly this fact has got to be true. Justice in the swamp is either quick or slow, and which way it comes from, you'll never know. All the devil will claim you when you fall. Oh, thank you. Well, we're about done. That's about our time. I want to thank everybody for coming. Well, we got one more? All right, you know, for years we played down here with a good friend of ours who's no longer with us, Don Grooms, and we'd like to wind this set up with Walk Proud, My Son. Key of D, guys. Y'all sing along if you know the chorus, please. And if you don't,
Help us
clap
out.
your hands, stomp your feet, do whatever you want to do. Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. You can't pay for the things you want to buy. Wear your old faded jeans, they're patched but they are clean. Walk proud, my son, and hold your head up high. I lived way back in those hills with the birds and the whippoorwills. The closest store was 35 miles away. Though I'm now a full-grown man, when I close my eyes I can hear the words my mother used to say. Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. You can't pay for the things we want to buy. Wear your old faded jeans, they're patched but they are clean. Walk proud, my son, and hold your head up high. Dean Parish, folks. Jerry Newman. Now I've got a son of my own. He's even got his own telephone. It seems like I buy him something every day. He's got everything money can buy. That makes me want to cry, 'cause I know he'll never hear his mother say, use it up, wear it out, make a do or do without. You can't pay for the things you want to buy. Wear your old faded jeans, patch but they are clean. Walk proud, my son, and hold your head up high. Once more. Use it up, wear it out, make a do or do without. You can't pay for the things we want to buy. Wear your old faded jeans, they're patched but they are clean. Walk proud, my son, and hold your head up high. Walk proud, my son, and hold your head up high. Thank you much.
Thank you so much.
Whoops, look out, Dean. I'm fixing to try to stab you.